Sushee Perumal.
And Mr. Perumal is from where?
From Canada, from Kingston, Ontario.
And we're here in Lakeland, Florida.
Yep.
At the Shelf Air FBO.
Yeah.
And Mr. Perumal has come down to visit for a while. What brings you down to this area?
Just a spring vacation with family, 2 kids, going crazy at home in the deep freeze. So I thought I'd shove them in there and bring them down.
And what I wanted him to talk about today is his airplane. He's flying a what today?
A 340A, a twin Cessna.
And before this airplane, what were you flying?
Cessna 182.
And what brought you to this particular airplane? Why did you get this airplane?
Yeah, the 182 was very limiting in terms of capabilities. It was non-pressurized. It was slow, and it didn't have cabin class, so it was a little uncomfortable for the family to climb in and climb out. And also, it was very limiting in terms of range as well as the speeds. So this one takes care of most of those issues. It gives me good range. It gives me good cabin class. It's pressurized, so I can get above the weather. And in the winter, it expands the flying envelope.
What do you like most about flying this 340?
Oh, it handles extremely well. It's fast. It's very capable to be able to get above the weather. Often I'm cruising at above 10,000 feet without having to deal with all the turbulence and weather systems below that. So long distances I climb up to 20,000 feet unless there's a strong headwind. But most of my flights, even if they're 1 hour, 1.5 hours, I take it above 10,000 feet.
And your typical mission in this airplane, what is it like?
Northeast mostly for now. These trips are maybe a couple of times a year, maybe a little more, maybe 4 times a year. But most of the trips are within the Northeast. Being able to access New York, Boston, all in an hour and a half, under an hour and a half, makes it extremely capable for the mission profile that I have.
And what is the performance of this airplane?
The speeds above 20,000 feet, we cruise at 200 knots or above, and that's at 75% power. And even if you slow down to 65% power, you're getting north of 190 knots at that altitude. And the fuel burn is at 65% power is about 38 gallons, like 18 aside, or 18, 19 aside at block time rather. And then if you're cruising at 75% power, it's they call it a breathtaking 20 gallons an hour. But if you slow down to 55% power, you're burning 16 aside to 36 gallons an hour, and you get respectable speeds.
Excellent. And the max range on this airplane, what is that about?
The range is advertised for 1,000. That's including that's about 4.5 hour range. But I keep it to within 600 to 800 miles, so that I have lots of reserves and lots of excess fuel.
And what do you think will be your next adventure in aviation in terms of aircraft ownership?
So what's next?
Yes. What's next?
Well, before the Gulf Stream, of course, so that I can do this, going to Spain and France. It'll practically, I'll need to look at what my mission profile ends up shaping up. When I exhaust all the places I can go to in the Northeast, I'm finding that I'm going south more and more. So that might get me into a King Air, either a F-90 or a B-200 is what kind of investigating. But for now, this meets all my mission needs for now. When the kids are still young, and we'll have to see when they get a little older, and especially when they want to bring their friends along, I may have use for 2 additional seats. So yeah, King Air is probably within reach.
Excellent. Well, thank you for taking the time to share with us your airplane, and have a great and safe trip home.
Great, thank you, Arthur. This is a lot of fun. See you, Arthur. Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.